is going on YouTube? We are here today to take down some more Dark Souls 2 bosses. We're in Hyde's Tower of Flame at the moment, which is very reminiscent of Anolondo. It's got that sort of vibe. We're taking on the Dragonrider and the Old Dragonrider, and the Old Dragonrider from Software, you are geniuses. I love you. That's all I'm going to say for now. The Dragonrider boss, which is one we'll be taking on first, is pretty much a complete pushover as long as you do two things. Hit two buttons. That button right there behind this big knight, who you can actually walk past, who I didn't find that out until right now. And I was like, why is this guy watching me?
Actually just going to let me pass.
And the next button you will see a little bit later in the video actually pops up in this room after you defeat each of these three knights.
Yeah, fine.
And what they do is they actually raise the floor in the boss arena, and if you don't hit those buttons, then the main challenge of the boss is that he hits you and basically knocks you off the edge, and that's like the main way that you die. And if you hit the switches, then he's just a complete pushover. He pretty much just does like one hit attacks that you can walk around or just block easily, and then just get a couple of cheap hits on him and you just rinse and repeat and he will die eventually. That's basically the same technique for taking out these big knight guys. Rolling doesn't really work too well with blocking their attacks because the tracking's a lot better, and the range on these guys in particular is quite deceiving if you try and roll back from the attack. So you just circle in and you should be able to find. Keep shield up because they have sort of a big swing back and big follow through, so they can clip you sometimes. But yeah, just do that and you should be able to get them with 2 or 3 combos, and that's pretty easy. Once again, like the big knights in Anolondo. The important part about doing the Dragonrider boss is after you beat it, there's an NPC by the bonfire called Licia, I think her name was. I can't remember, it's gone blank. You want to go through all of the dialogue options with her, as she will help you unlock the path to Huntsman's Copse or Copse. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but it's one of the next areas that you can go to. So yeah, once you've talked to her after the boss fight, she'll move to the pathway between Majula and this area, Hiede. And she's in a room that there's like a button that you couldn't press beforehand, and she'll like press it for you, or
So we're like
if you have a faith build you can press it, and yeah, that's how you progress. I'll come back later in the video to talk about the second boss, who is awesome. Alright.
Oh, it's so good. Oh, 2D pixely. Yum. Love it. That, on the other hand, is awesome. There's still that one guy that just lets you walk past. That's kind of funny. Let's do battle. Didn't mean it. Sorry. Oh. Sloppy. Oh, kind of reminds me of Doom. You just hear random sounds around you. It just makes you panic. Holy shit. This has gotta be a boss. Gotta be a boss. Cathedral of Blue. What's the difference between a Radiant one and an old? Greatly restores HP, okay. It's like late game gem or something. I don't know. Not gem, yeah. Life gem. Gem. I'm actually wearing that, am I? Limits HP reduction when hollow. Okay, that's handy. Hand. I think what we got at the moment's alright though. Ha! I love that. It's like a flick. Flip him the bird. No, I don't want to screw with this guy. God. They're like pretty easy, but they're kind of threatening. They're definitely intimidating to some extent. There's gonna be a mimic soon, and did that totally break? Just. Ooh. Scary. Okay, so this could be a boss too, I suppose. What about? It's less intimidating than the other way, so yep, it's a boss. Okay. Dude, I like your armor. This is somewhat underwhelming. Please don't kill me. I didn't mean it. You're very intimidating. Poke, poke. Probably like one-shot me or something stupid like that. Oh, there's 50 souls too. That was really... okay, whatever. I guess all those buttons we have been using have like brought up the floor, so I guess if you don't hit them, then these aren't here and you could like die or something. And he like knocks you off. That's gotta be it. I think, because that was really quite easy. The dude over, like just down the stairs from where that guy is, that had the giant like mace or club or whatever you want to call it, he was like legit harder than that guy was. I was actually really happy when I found out that that guy doesn't respawn, because he whooped my ass a few times. He's very aggressive and like hard to dodge. Bonfire. Human. Bonfire first. Human can wait. It's like a nun or something.
Are you from these parts? My name is Licia.
Licia.
I have come to spread the art of miracles, a practice of which I am a disciple. I can see that you are well suited to comprehend their wondrous power. But the cost of it, that's for your heart to decide. I'd heard awful rumors about this place, and I'm afraid they were all true. The king, gone. The earth, ravaged. The burden on the people weighs heavy. I fear that, by now, they may have scarce room in their hearts for miracles. Why did I come here? Well... do I need any other reason than to spread the gospel of miracles? My preceptor always said this art should be shared with the world. And such is my only wish.
I love the way in this game that pretty much all of the dialogue is delivered really, really well. Like even there, just that, like the hesitation at the beginning of what it said made you sort of think, is she
Sometimes
telling the
I
truth?
fight the urge to pack up and go back home.
Lots of subtleties.
It is... well, I must do this. And being out here all alone only makes this a more fitting test of my fortitude. I expected this cathedral to be bustling, but there's hardly a soul to be found here.
From the giant dudes.
Without any goings-on, I'll have to move soon. To a place I could gull the... sorry, help the gullible by teaching the good word.
See? Shit like that. What the hell? I don't trust this woman at all
I
now.
expected this cathedral to be... without any go...
Okay.
to a place I could gull...
Shut up.
Oh, done so soon?
Yes. Alrighty.
Okay, so the old Dragonrider boss is located in the fog gate at the Cathedral of Blue entrance. He's pretty tough. Like 1v1, he's quite tough. What you can actually do to make this boss fight a whole heap easier, I can't stress how much easier it is go to this area just outside the Dragonrider boss fight, and make sure you're human, so consuming human effigy if you're undead at the moment, and you can actually summon this NPC. It's one of the in-game ones, so you don't need to be online or anything like that. It's always going to be there. And I advise clearing out the old knights here too, just so you know this guy doesn't take any damage basically. But you can use him to split up the aggro of the boss, and it makes it a lot easier to handle. If you're taking it on 1v1, I highly recommend the Dragonslayer shield. You really want a shield that blocks 100% physical damage, which you can actually get after the Pursuer boss fight. I didn't actually show it in my video, which was kind of stupid. I should have really shown it, but it's just after that, and you like drop down and you get the full Dragonslayer set with the sword, the armor and the shield and everything. So not too much else to say. Most of his
Let's go.
moves can be just dodge rolled to the side. He has a couple of magic ones that he can dodge. Yeah, I don't know. You'll figure it out basically. If you use the summon, you'll be fine. Alright guys, I'll see you next time in another video. Enjoy. Bye.
So it makes sense. Thought he was gonna go magic mode then. Oh, cop that! Just split the aggro, and it's a bit easier now already. Well, it's a lot easier really. Let's go. Just pick on that guy. Oh, back to me. Okay. What do you say, sir? This makes this fight a lot easier. This guy's taking a beating now. Yeah, look at me. Look at me, buddy. Jeez, that attack is ridiculous. This guy's wrecking shit. Side. Oh, he's staggered. You dead, son. Oh, my savior. Old Leo ring. There we go. Leo ring. So good. I'm going to assume that does the same thing as it did in the first game. If you guys didn't play it and you don't know, it like boosted your... It was like your counter attacks sort of thing from memory. Not as in your parries, but just if someone like rolls or you break their block and then you attack and you get extra damage. It's just like a weird mechanic that's in this game. Strengthens thrust weapon counterattacks. Yeah, there you go. That says it a lot better than I did. So that should work with our air stock. Putting that shit on for show. And I completely forgot what else we got. We just got the soul. Read the description. Old Dragonslayer soul. The Old Dragonslayer is reminiscent of a certain knight that appears in old legends. Used the special soul of the Dragonslayer to acquire new souls, or I'm guessing we can create his weapon or whatever. Yeah, the people who made this game really know what they're doing. Like, so good.